All right, today we are diving into a topic that honestly is no longer a nice to have for businesses in India. We're talking about Managed Security Operations Centers, or SOCs. In a world where digital threats are getting smarter every single day, figuring out how to protect your company isn't just a tech issue anymore. It's a core business strategy. So let's get right into it.
So, let me just ask you this straight up. Is your business really secure? I mean, it's easy to think you're covered with the basics, but the reality, especially here in India, is that the entire landscape of cyber threats is changing at a mind-blowing speed. And that brings us to a pretty stark reality. The data doesn't lie. India has become one of the top targets for cyber attacks on the planet. And listen, this isn't about some lone hacker in a basement anymore. We're talking about highly sophisticated, organized attacks aimed squarely at our most important industries. To really get why this is happening, we need to look at what makes up India's unique digital danger zone. There are three big challenges that, frankly, every single business leader needs to understand right now. So, first off, the attacks themselves are on a whole other level now. This isn't just about simple viruses. Think about advanced ransomware that can shut down a hospital, or those stealthy attacker groups, the APTs, that sneak into financial systems and just sit there, spying for months. Your old-school firewall just wasn't made for this kind of fight.
Second, the rulebook is getting a lot stricter. With new laws like the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, the government is sending a very clear message. You are legally on the hook for protecting your customers' data. That means you have to report breaches and you have to be monitoring your security all the time. If you don't, you could be facing some massive fines and serious legal trouble.
And here's the real kicker, the biggest hurdle for so many. The talent gap. Right now, India needs more than 1 million cybersecurity pros, but we just don't have them. There aren't enough skilled people to fill the jobs. This makes building your own top-notch security team in-house feel almost impossible. Okay, so we've got bigger threats, tougher laws, and a massive talent shortage. So what's the move? Well, this is exactly where a managed SOC enters the picture. So by the book, a Managed Security Operations Center is basically an outsourced service. It gives you a team of dedicated experts and all the advanced technology they need to watch over your entire digital world, everything from your office network right up to your cloud accounts. But let's ditch the jargon for a second. Here's a much simpler way to think of it. Just imagine having a 24/7 cybersecurity command center, staffed by an elite team whose only job is to watch over your business around the clock. That's exactly what a managed SOC gives you. So let's pull back the curtain. What's actually happening inside this command center? Let's take a look at the key technologies and capabilities that make it all work. At the heart of any modern SOC, you've got two pieces of tech working together, SIEM and SOAR. Just think of it like this. The SIEM is the brain. It sees everything, collecting information from all over your network, connecting the dots to spot a potential threat. Then you have SOAR. That's the muscle. As soon as the brain sends an alert, the muscle springs into action automatically, following a set plan to shut the threat down, like instantly isolating a compromised laptop. And that technology powers a whole range of activities. I mean, it goes way beyond just watching screens. We're talking about teams that are actively hunting for hidden threats before they can do damage. They're responding to incidents in minutes. They're securing your cloud environments. They're even managing system vulnerabilities and spitting out those compliance reports you need for things like the DPDP Act. It's a full, multi-layered defense.
And the name of the game here is speed. In cybersecurity, literally every second counts. The best SOCs live and die by two numbers you see here: mean time to detect, or how fast they spot a problem, and mean time to respond, how fast they react. Their goal is to detect in under 5 minutes and respond in under 30. Hitting those targets can be the difference between a small problem and a complete disaster.
So, if you're thinking this might be right for you, how in the world do you pick the right provider? Let's put together a quick and easy checklist. We'll break it down into 3 key areas: the people, the technology, and the processes.
First things first, the people. Because look, the tech is only as good as the experts running it. So you need to be asking them, are your analysts available 24/7? Do you have dedicated teams for the really serious stuff like incident response and threat hunting? And maybe most importantly, do you have people who actually understand the cloud?
Next, you've got to pop the hood and look at their technology stack. What are they built on? Can their system actually talk to the security tools you already use? And crucially, are they using a mix of global and local threat intelligence to see what new attacks are coming down the pipeline?
And finally, and this is the one that people often forget, you have to dig into their processes. A really great SOC runs like a well-oiled machine. Are they following industry standard frameworks? Do they have clear, rehearsed plans for how to handle different kinds of incidents? And here's the big one. Will they guarantee their response times in a formal contract, an SLA?
Now I know what you're probably thinking. This all sounds incredibly expensive. But here's the plot twist. It's actually surprisingly cost-effective. If you tried to build your own 24/7 SOC from scratch, you could be looking at costs over 5 crore rupees. A managed service can give you all of that, and sometimes even more, for up to 10 times less.
Okay, let's bring this all home. Why does any of this actually matter for your business? Right here, right now. Well, here's the payoff. You immediately solve that talent shortage problem, you get 24/7 monitoring and access to elite security pros overnight. You know that if an attack happens, the response will be incredibly fast, minimizing the damage. You get a huge leg up on compliance with laws like the DPDP Act, and you get a security setup that grows with you.
And this really changes the whole conversation, doesn't it? A SOC isn't just about putting up walls. It's actually a business enabler. It gives you the security and the peace of mind you need to innovate, to expand, and to take care of your customers without always looking over your shoulder.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Is your current cybersecurity strategy just another line item, just a cost center on a spreadsheet, or is it a powerful strategic investment that's actually enabling your business to succeed? The answer to that question could really change everything.